Right. So it is also necessary for us to have ladder training. For instance, Lord, can I assess you quickly if you have your ladder knowledge in place? Because here at Msheq as well, we do offer such type of training. Sorry, I'm not just saying this to market the product, but according also to good audit sake, it is also good for you to be able to, you did not know, now I've told you, it is also there. It has been regulated actually. All right, I think in 2024, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in November by IWH it was put in place. But anyway, nevertheless, can you give me the types of ladders? Let's have a look and see where you guys are at.
A ladder, extendable.
So when you say a ladder, are we agreeing that we're talking of an A-frame?
Yes.
What's your take? You agree?
Yes.
You agree with it? Okay, I beg to differ. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let me show you something quickly. This is what you have stated now, right? Your A-frame. We've got plenty of A-frames. So when you just say A-frame, which one are you describing or to which one are you referring to? All right, let me just let you, I know it's polarized training, but let me give you an extra package. We've got the time. Let's enjoy learning. Right, so let's discuss quickly. When you talk of A-frames, you haven't really categorized under A-frames which one are you talking about, because you've given me almost like everything. I can imagine the way I want. So you end up picking the wrong ladder for the job, because it might not do what you want. If you send me to pick up an A-frame, I can do this. All right. So let's discuss it. What are we saying? If you talk of A-frame, you should then categorize it in a way of saying single-sided type of ladder, double-sided A-frame, single-sided A-frame. So this is a double-sided, which means somebody can climb from this side, somebody can climb from that side. It's also A-frame. Single type, it's on one side, but the other side you can't climb, but it's also A-frame. Then we've got also the platform type of ladder. It's also A-frame. Can you see? I've now categorized them. All right. Then some of them are self-leaning type of ladders. Some of them are non-self-leaning type of ladders. Then we talk of extension ladders. But anyway, it's a story of another day, genuine. But I just wanted to challenge you immediately so you can see what we're talking about. Please put your ladder accreditations in place. Please have your ladder licenses in place as well. If it's necessary, please book that training at a later stage. It's something you can invest on. So we have spoke that we can do at Polaris level 2 if we don't have in our sites. It's something that we should have because we cannot work as individuals of the same level. Number 2, our ladder training must also be in place. Because there's nothing that is disheartening for you to be on a side and you're told, no, you can't be on this side for now because you can't prove that you know how to use a ladder. You understand? It's compliance, it's everywhere. Safety, 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 safety from morning, afternoon, evening, tomorrow, next month, next year. Okay, sorry, I don't want to bring you on. Right, let's see where it takes us. Construction regulation. Written risk assessments must be performed by a competent person before construction work begins. A risk assessment must be reviewed and updated when conditions change or new risks are identified. Fall protection must include risk procedures, medical fitness, training, and rescue procedures. Suitable housekeeping must be implemented, including catch platforms and nets where required. So let's backtrack again, gentlemen. On our fall protection plan, we have tried our best to put it in place, right? But it does not mean we don't meet maybe accidents in between. When do we need to update the fall protection plan? When do we need to update it? We need to update this fall protection plan if site changes, or if equipment changes, or if there was an incident. And when it's introduced to us, this fall protection plan, especially when it has been developed, it needs to be discussed to everyone so that everyone will be able to understand what it means. Right? Does it make sense? Height, specific hazards and risk. A risk assessment identifies hazards, evaluates risk, considers existing controls, and determines further controls before work begins. The height itself is the most obvious hazard when working at height. Additional hazards may include physical, mechanical, electrical, agronomic, physical, and behavioral hazards. Then it takes us to controls must be selected according to effective and no convenience. Right. Then it says height-specific hazards and risk. These are the physical hazards. Uneven surfaces, wet surfaces, oily surfaces, hot surfaces, slippery surfaces, obstruction, unsafe anchorages. Which ones can we say unsafe anchorages? Is whereby you might go to an extent whereby you see there's a sharp edge onto the anchor point. Instead of putting a rope protector maybe onto the anchorage, then there's chances of you also having the anchor point cutting the actual lifeline onto it. Or you can see that this is a bamboo stick, you go ahead, you connect onto it, or a PVC pipe, you understand? That is an unsafe type of anchorage. Noise, lightning, extreme temperatures, poor ventilation, and illumination. Right, and then when we go there, our working at heights gear or equipment, it must be kept in a well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight, or it must be stored, or the storage compartment must be either in a PVC bag or stored in a well-controlled environment. Okay. Then we've got what we call mechanical and electrical hazards, lifting equipment and electrical hand tools, agronomic hazards, manual handling, repetitive movement, poor design, outdated design, and restricted space. Then it takes us to physiological and behavioral hazards, shift work, peer pressure, stress, alcohol and drug abuse, unsafe acts and omissions. It is of good mannerisms or workmanship to always make sure that we are also screened to drugs or even alcohol in our system. Are we in agreement there, gentlemen? Right, then it states there, height-specific controls, the hierarchy of controls. So gentlemen, at all times, we always wish to be in the blue. Elimination. It's not all times whereby I must climb to reach to my target area if I've got the resources. For instance, let's say I'm doing a bulb change. I can be standing on the ground using a telescopic pole with a bulb sack, then I'll do it from the ground. I have eliminated all this drama of climbing up. But sometimes the environment does not accept me to go that route as a departure point. We have to substitute. Yes, we've tried our ways of doing things. Okay, now let's plan. Do we have barricaders? Do we have handrails? Do we have the gear that takes us there? Are we trained to do so when we get there? Right? Then we've got engineering controls. Okay? Do we need M1s, mobile elevated platforms to get there? Are we going to need permanent lifelines? Alright? Then we've got the administrative controls. Are we medically fit? Do we have the training in place? Do we have the right documentation? Are we documenting our equipment on site after so that we control? Then lastly, do we really qualify to be in that point of scenario? Are we having the necessary clothing with us to be able to execute the type of work? Then it takes us there. So the screen might also explain it better than the way I was doing. Let's have a look. I was just ahead of my time, I believe. Elimination, termination, and avoidance. Bring the work down to the ground level where possible, like what is stated. Then it says substitution. Replace hazardous objects, access method, work method with a safer alternative. Engineering controls, guardrails, barriers, certified anchorages, lifelines, administrative controls, training, risk assessment, permits, supervision, and safe work procedures. Lastly is the PPE. Last level of control where higher level controls cannot remove for risk at all. Alright. Happiness. Then it says the purpose of an anchor point provides a fixed load-bearing connection point for the fall arrest system, withstand the dynamic force generated when a falling worker is arrested. Helps ensure the worker does not fall beyond the calculated fall clearance distance. Alright. What is minimum free space? Minimum free space also is what exactly we are seated here. It's the reason why we also came here for training. Because now we do accept that when we work at heights, there is falling involved. But what we don't want is you to get to the actual ground, because the result is either you are gone forever or you are still with us. Are we together here? So what are we saying? What is minimum free space? Minimum free space, it is the space left after you have fallen. It's the space left after you have fallen. It's from above your foot and what you have left after you've fallen. Are we together? That is what we refer to as minimum free space. It is the space left between your foot and the ground after you've fallen. It should be 1 meter or 1.1 meter at least. That's what we need you to have in place. Are we in agreement? Alright. Then it says, should be the highest practical point of attachment to minimize fall factor and arrest the distance. Must also support a rescue where additional equipment and rigging may be attached. Now, let's quickly discuss what is a fall